Hey, Brett. Hey, buddy, what do you think? Huh?
Of course, I'm in the terminal that's closed. Every food place is closed. There's nothing to do. Yes. Very bored.
Russell got mine. Thanks, Russell. I don't know how to do this.
And that's about it. Enjoy.
Well, y'all, there you have it. That's what 25 years surfing for a surf brand looks like for me. I still remember the first day that I got a box of clothes from O'Neill, and it came through David Shotton, who was the East or Mid-Atlantic rep at the time. He lived in Virginia Beach. And my whole partnership with O'Neill got started because of Fox Watersports. The late Ted James and his sons Freddie and Teddy saw me and my friend Cash Barris and our progression at like 10, 11 years old and got us linked up with O'Neill. Told Dave Shotton they needed to put us on the team, and yeah, 11 years old, I got my first box of clothes. I still remember it like yesterday. Pretty cool to see what that transpired into, like what transpired after that. A couple local guys that owned a surf shop saw some potential and a couple of kids, made some connections, and now here I am 25 years later. Been riding for O'Neill the whole time, my entire career, from prior to it being a career on through everything else. And I'm grateful that they have stood beside me the whole way and supported me. So many people to thank from the brand. Not gonna go into that here, but just anyway, wanted to share my gratitude and then kind of touch base on like a few waves. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing because honestly, part of this was I did the same thing with my Goodbye Super brand video a couple years back, but something to touch on, and I'm gonna look at the clips here. So it's pretty cool. So the first clip there, I was 13 years old. I don't have any high quality, I mean, not that it was high quality anyway, but I don't have any high quality footage from like 12 years old to maybe 17 years old, 18 years old. That first clip was kind of a turning point for me. It was Hurricane Isabel swell. The lighthouse was really good, super glassy and clean. And that was like the first day where I started getting some like real barrels. I remember that morning serving with Cash Barris and Brantley Gwen and pushing myself and finally stepping it up. And then that other clip you saw, I was 14. And that was actually a winter swell at the Avon Pier. It was super cold. Water was in, I believe, the upper 40s. You know, I'm this little kid in these big gloves. Like the wetsuits back then were not incredible. And that was the first time I proper like backdoored a peak, like rode the foam ball. And I was through the roof. That was like a massive confidence booster, which led into 2005. And that fall, when I was 15 in 2005, I really started pushing it. Mainly, we had this swell. It's like a big lighthouse day. Will Scudin, Jason Andre, some other guys, Joey Crum were like pushing it. And me, my friend Cash Barris, and Morgan O'Connell were like trying to step up. We were 15 years old, and this was like our time to, you know, kind of start going for it. Morgan got a really good one, and then I remember I got this one. I took off deep and backdoored it, and I remember standing tall in it. You can see me come out just standing straight up, and that was like, you know, at 15, that was like my first proper, you know, it was a solid barrel, full backdoor. It was epic. And then, yeah, we go from there until I was 16 years old, which actually was just like 4 months later. I got this wave at the third jetty. It was a firing south swell, one of the best south swells I've ever seen at the third jetty. One of the best south swells I've ever seen on the whole island, period. There's only like one other day that comes close just because it was big, but I've never seen a day as perfect as this. I was sitting by the jetty, not making many waves. I was jumping on a lot. It was real heavy. It used to slab right off the jetty, and I ended up finally getting one. And you see me like bog on the bottom turn. I was no-handed because I was deep trying to get a big pump. And then I did grab my rail for a second in it, and then it was so perfect. I was able to just like let go when it spit. Came out no-handed. And yeah, that was like my first like really good right hand tube. I had gotten good right barrels, but nothing like that. That was like, yeah, getting there. And at that point in my life, like I had a budget from O'Neill. I was starting to travel more. I had been to Australia. I hadn't done Hawaii yet. I've been going to California for contests, and things were kind of moving. 17 years old. This is the tropical storm Noel swell. It was in November of 2007. And there was just like a few of us surfing back then on those big days of the lighthouse, and I got this chip in, and we were just doing it because we loved it. It wasn't like we were doing it to film, but Russel Blackwood happened to be at the beach filming for a little bit and got clips of me paddling out, and then honestly one of the best lighthouse tubes I've ever had, period. Like it was just such this like perfect chip in and so square. I can still visualize it. I can still see what it looks like. And yeah, a little poof spit on the way out. And at 17 years old, like that was a pretty crazy wave for me. And yeah, I went on from there that fall. So that was November. And then, you know, turned 18 and went to Hawaii for a month. And basically that, and between 18 and 20 is when my career like really took off. At 18, I was like finally starting to get paid. And besides just travel budget, it was like official, and went out to Hawaii and sent it. And Alex Dephilipo from New Jersey, I stayed with him and Zach Humphreys on the North Shore for like 3 weeks. Got some big pipe waves, and yeah, as you can see here, like that was actually a crazy roll-in. I'll play the whole thing here. I snipped it for the edit, but I need to get that footage. I have it on this old hard drive that won't turn on. And but yeah, Alex filmed that whole couple weeks, and I got some clips from him, and that was a moment where I was like, oh, okay, this kid can do more than just surf beach breaks on the East Coast. And that was kind of the beginning of where I'm at now. And I would say the next biggest moment was when I was 20 years old, the Vulcan Pipe Pro. I paddled out in my very first heat. It was like the round of 112 or something. Very first heat, very first wave, take off, and I was sitting at, you can actually see me take off outside of this one guy that's duck diving, and this other guy's going over the shoulder. I had been seeing these crazy backdoor waves come in, and no one was sitting out far enough for them because it wasn't like a super big day. And they would come in, and I just was like, you know what? I'm going to start the heat further out and try and get one of those. And literally the horn went off, and we're paddling in from the channel, and I just paddled straight into that wave. Like, it was maybe 20, 30 seconds into the heat. Caught that wave, got a 10-point ride. You know, it's not the craziest backdoor wave ever, it's the craziest pipe wave, but for that day, that was a 10. Followed up with like a 9, 6, 7, almost surfed a perfect heat. And yeah, that event I ended up finishing equal 7th, I think. I got 4th in the semis. And yeah, that started my career for the rest of my life until now. And yeah, all the rest of the waves I've kind of talked about because that was, you know, at 22 is when I started riding for Super Brand. And that was, so if you want to get like a more in-depth look at what 22 through 32 looked like, then yeah, check out my Goodbye Super Brand video that I did a couple years back. Yeah, it was just, I just wanted to make like a fun look back video celebrating 25 years, quarter of a century with O'Neill USA. So grateful. I've gotten to travel all around the world. I'm not going to name everything here, whatever. It's just, it's pretty cool to see, like I said, surf shop gets a kid sponsored. I just took that and ran, and you know, things lined up, and I was able to get on trips and get in magazines, and I had some success in contests between the Volcom contest. I made the semis and a few other QS events and junior pros. I never finaled, but I really loved photo and video work, and so I loved working with photographers and, you know, pulling into closeouts, trying airs, trying to get photos in magazines, Surfing Mag, Surfer, Trans World, and career went from that into video and YouTube and what y'all see here. And what's crazy is I went from like just being this young teen, late teen who aspired to be a pro surfer to then, you know, sharing a room with Corey Lopez at the O'Neill house in Hawaii at Pipeline. Someone who I had gotten autographs from and hung pictures of on my wall, and, you know, came to meet like a lot of my heroes that I grew up watching in surf movies. And now I have relationships with many of them, and it's pretty wild. You know, I'm very grateful, and that's super special. It still kind of trips me out. Like, it's kind of become normal for me because I've known all those guys for, you know, 10 to 15 years. But if you would have told 14, 15-year-old Brett that one day he'd be friends with Corey Lopez and, you know the Hobgood brothers and Kelly Slater and all these guys, I doubt I would have believed you. But that's where we are. It's pretty cool. Yeah, then, you know, finishing up in the last few years doing like the Maps to Nowhere trips with O'Neill and Surfline, and yeah, that's been a super special project. And yeah, here we are today. Super grateful. What's also crazy is what it's 2026, so this is like 8 years of doing the vlog as well. I started the vlog in March of 2018, so time flies, y'all. I'm getting older. I'm 36, and it's fun. I feel honestly like I'm in the best shape I've been in years, and fired up to surf, and grateful to sign another deal with O'Neill and keep the ball rolling. And now it's like, you know, I get to participate in it with my son Mason, and super special. So you never know what decisions, you know, you make for yourself or for someone else, or encouragement you can give someone else when they're kids or teens, what that can lead into. Like I said, between the James family and Dave Schotten at O'Neill, like, they took a chance on me and pushed me, and here I am. And without them, I don't know where I'd have been. I probably would have just kept surfing for fun and enjoyed it, but not had the opportunities that I have. So it's been super special. So anyway, quarter of a century, 25 years, more to come, 25 years and counting. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that little flashback. Someday I will get all that old footage off the tapes and whatnot that it's on and put something out that's like a little bit clearer. I know it was really grainy, but in the meantime, still working on videos here. I'll catch you guys next time. Appreciate the support, and who knows what happens next.